Hello, beautiful. Oh, excuse me, Miles? Do you have something to say? It's not time for food. Please, can I talk to my friends? Hello, beautifuls. It's Morgan from Focus Hypnosis here with the first of a new series of videos about demystifying hypnosis. Because so much of what a hypnotist has to do to begin a session, to begin a relationship with a client, is to kind of tell them not only what hypnosis is, but what hypnosis isn't. And so in this episode 1 of Demystifying Hypnosis, I would like to talk to you about that guy who came to your high school, right? I think most of us, if we've grown up at least in America, had some guy come to class or to come to the assembly and do a goofy hypnosis show, right? You know, it's fairly safe, but kind of embarrassing to people. And they did some stuff, and the jock went up there and he danced around like a little girly, and then the girls came up there and were like maybe sang a song or really tough or did something totally out of character for them. And then, yeah, I know the nerd was tough, the jock was weak, and the girl was something. They all got to do something silly. They were like dancing on a chair, barking like a dog, all that, right? And everybody laughed because ha ha ha, look at how this hypnotist made the jock act like a ballerina. Look at how this hypnotist made the shy girl dance around like a prima donna. Look at how all of these people were mind controlled, right? That's kind of for entertainment, for us to all laugh at, right? And so much of that damages the reputation of actual hypnotherapy. And I'd like to rewind it to when I first was learning about hypnosis. When I was in class, I'm sitting there, yeah, I don't know what hypnosis is. I'm like, well, this sounds pretty cool. What, am I going to learn the secret power? Am I finally going to see what it's the thing that makes people do what you say, right? And we're there in class, and I remember this was so clearly when they said, here's the secret, you guys. All those people at your high school assembly, all those people who acted a fool and did weird stuff that was totally out of character, the jock who danced around like a ballerina, and the girl who stood up and, barked like a dog, all that stuff, here's the secret. All those people wanted to do that stuff. They all wanted to do it, and so they did it. And what it is the hypnotist gave them, through hypnosis, a plausible excuse to not be themselves. The hypnotist gave them a plausible excuse to go, hey, I was just under hypnosis, so I just acted a fool, I barked on a thing, I got to be the center of attention, I got to take my shirt off, I got to whatever it is, right? The hypnotist gave them a plausible reason to be other than what they were. And that might seem like, it's a bunch of bullshit. That's lame. And I remember thinking, fuck, are you kidding me? Really? That's it? That they wanted to do it, and he told them to do it, and so they did it? And for a while, I remember being rather disillusioned with hypnosis because of that. And then it sank in, and I was like, well, hang on a second. He gave them, he or she, I'm just saying he in this term, the hypnotist gave them a plausible reason to not be themselves. Gave them a reason that they could accept to be other than they are. And then I went, well, that's what I do. That is exactly what I do. I give people a plausible reason to not be who they are and doing what they're doing. Now, you might not be the jock who wants to dance around like a ballerina, but you might be the business person who's stuck on thinking that they have no value. You might be the person in a relationship who thinks that you can't do any better. You might be having a fear or a phobia that doesn't make any sense. You might have limiting beliefs that you don't want anymore, but that are who you are. But if only I could change who I am. If only I knew someone who could give me a plausible reason to not be who I am, and then could tell me to be different, right? And essentially, that is what I do. So much of what I do is to tell people I'm not the guy at your high school assembly, right? And yet, I am. And it's like, I'm not gonna, the whole purpose is not entertainment. We're not gonna laugh at you and go, ha ha ha, look at how different you are. But it is essentially the same thing. The hypnotist uses the power of rapport, the power of influence, the power of effective communication to help somebody not be who they are. And that's exactly what I do. So on some level, hypnosis is absolutely nothing like that guy at your high school. If you come work with me, we're not going to do any of that shit. I'm not going to make you bark like a dog or stand on a chair or any of that stuff. Unless you want to, right? Unless that's who you want to be. Hey, you know what I really love? I would love to dance on a chair. Great, do that. You know what I mean? But if you work with me, it is nothing like the guy who came to your high school. And yet, on a higher level, it's important that you realize the power of what that person who came to your high school was doing. And if you want to do that on a personal level, without the barking like a dog, and without all your high school friends laughing at you, if you're ready to be something other than you think you are, than you have to be, then I can help you through hypnosis. So please, I invite you to give me a call, give me a shout, give me a response of some kind, wherever this is, and we'll talk about it. First session's free. You know, the first hit's free, man. But I want to give you an example. I want to show you how easy it is for you to not be who you are, because you can be anyone you want this time around. All right, so thank you. And I'm going to stand on this chair and bark like a dog now just to prove to you that I'm hypnotized. So, thank you. Have a good one.